Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. It is Wednesday, Self-Care Wednesday. I actually had something planned, but then baby sibling and I actually share our list, and she had an absolutely fabulous quote. So I'm going to share that one instead, and I'm going to save the review for tomorrow, the 2020 review for tomorrow. Sorry, I'm a hot mess this morning. Oh, I see. Apparently I clipped my thing onto my necklace. But anyways, yeah, like I said, we shared our list today, and baby sibling really came up with a gem, and I really like it. So I decided I'm going to share that instead because I really think it's important for us to remember what sets our soul on fire. And for me, this year has been a lot of healing, a lot of letting things go that I've hung on to for far too long. And for me, there's a difference between grieving and hanging on. And I was hanging on to my grief for myself because I think there was a part of me that just, it's like I mentioned the other day, there was a part of me that just didn't know how to move forward, because of living like these two separate people growing up, the happy one and the hiding one. And it became a bad habit. So for me, I think it's this quote really, 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 really kind of hits home. I did a full moon release ritual last night, and this morning it's like, wow, it's like someone lifted the entire veil off of my entire life. And yeah, so aside from going into all of that, I wanted to give a little bit of background because I know last week I shared a quote that, we stop looking for reasons to be unhappy and find reasons, to be grateful for, and find your happiness in that. And that one really resonated with me a lot, just like this quote really resonates with me. So good morning, everybody. And oh, thank you, baby sibling. Sorry, I just saw you guys in your comments. This was my mom's. So it's Jade, and Jade is good luck, and Jade is usually it's just, love, good luck, all that good stuff. But it's Jade. And like I said, it was my mom's, and it's one of my favorite pieces. I actually had to tie it up because it goes way down here. So, which I love. I love long necklaces. But anyways, oh, here we go. Squirrel. But good morning, Deborah, and older sibling as well. I hope all of you are doing well today. And good day, and good afternoon, good evening to everybody else around the world that might be watching this. Okay, so let's just get started. Self-Care Wednesday. You often feel tired not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what sparks a light in you. And, referencing back to what I started with, that really is true. A lot of times the laziness or the just sitting around and not doing things that you enjoy, not doing things you love, it can really just kind of exacerbate anything that you're going through. Could be pain, physical or emotional. It could be just feeling like you're drained and like, there's just something wrong with you, and that you can't seem to find that spark in your life because, it feels like the world is sitting on your shoulders. It feels like the world is really just kind of weighing you down. You don't have to have a dinged up mental health to have the blues. I call those blues the common people blues because, a lot of people don't suffer from mental health issues, but we still get the blues. And a lot of times we get those blues because we just stop doing the things that we love. We stop paying attention. Maybe there was a bad breakup, or you lost your job, or, you're just not where you thought you would be in life. It's funny because every so often I'll feel this way, and then I'll see something somewhere on social media, and you just, sometimes it's weird how the world answers you, how your soul answers you. And I got a lot of answers yesterday, and it was amazing. But I think too, this actually is perfect because I was just reminded that one of the things I've always loved is photography. And, I took it in high school. I wasn't that great at it in high school. I mean, I've always kind of taken pictures, not just with my eyes, but kind of with my heart and my soul. And by that, I mean, I see something and it's like, there's a whole backstory to it for me. Like, where did this leaf come from? Did it blow off of somewhere else? Look at this blade of grass, not that long ago, what feet have touched this grass? What are the stories behind it? Everybody leaves an imprint everywhere they go. It's your energy, it's your life force. And, some places, if you've really had, if you've really had trauma or great things happen, you might leave that imprint somewhere. Walk into, I'll use church for an example. Walk into a church and, a lot of times if you go in right after like one of the bigger masses, like, every so often I would go to church with my mom because, she liked that. She liked me to be with her when she would go. But you walk in and there's a different energy in there. And there's a different energy in there because everybody's there. Sometimes it's a mixed energy, but a lot of times if it's like a Christmas mass or you go in after, you can feel that energy still sitting in there, that this vibrant energy saying, oh my gosh, but going back to the photography, Laura's dad, sibling, older sibling as I call her, was like a second dad to me. And he was a professional photographer, and he really kind of, she would put my work in front of him. I did not, because me, I am not keen on sharing anything I do because I just think people won't like it. But he did. And he told me I had the eye. And he said I have a very natural eye. Now, f-stops, all those things, they confuse me. I mean, I have cameras that are expensive that I don't use properly and I don't use to their full potential because sometimes I just don't have time to sit and look at it, or sit and look at the camera because I want to get that picture. I want to get that picture in the moment. Every moment the light is moving. And, sometimes you get these pictures that are in the shade and, you kind of wish you had better light on it. And, I'm sure all these f-stops and stuff would help. But, everything I do is in automatic. And in a way, I think that's a sign to just kind of stop and work with, maybe work with the f-stops of our life, and take the time to just, see things. I mean, I spend more time thinking about the story behind something than I do focusing on how to get the best picture of it. But to me, it still turns out beautiful. To me, in my eyes, I like it. I posted something yesterday on Facebook and I was actually surprised that I got a lot of, positive comments on it. It was just a picture I took. But these phones we have now, some of them have better pixels than my own cameras that I have. Although I will say, I miss film. I miss developing. I miss that wonder of how the shot came out and, that surprise of, did it come out as I wanted it? Now, we have so much technology that a lot of times I'm like, nope, don't like it, just keep going. And it kind of ruins the element of surprise just a little bit. But anyways, I rediscovered that passion yesterday. All the pictures I took, believe it or not, were actually in a cemetery. I went there to get a picture of the mountains because we had rain on Monday and it snowed, and the San Gabriel Mountains are so beautiful because they really are a backdrop to the rest of, the area in front of it. The area in front of it, there's no snow, it's California. You can surf and ski on the same days if you want. But that being said, I realized it was more than just a hobby to me a long time ago. It really, really is a passion for me. And I've decided that I don't want to care anymore about what other people might think about it. I'm just going to take what I see and, I'm going to find the beauty in it like I always do. One time I took a picture of, excuse me, of 3.5 legged chair. Okay. That is one of the most favorite pictures I've ever taken. And, it was an old chair. It had to be from it was a very old chair, but it had been thrown out. And somebody, you know, like, I can't remember who was with me. It might have been sibling, but I think somebody else was with me because I know she wouldn't say anything. But they're all, why are you taking a picture of that? You know, and it was sitting next to the dumpster, you know, but I mean, if I had the room, I would have taken that chair home. Not because, you know, of just collecting weird things, but because there was so much beauty in that chair. Who sat there? What did it seen? How did it lose, you know, half of its fourth leg? But there was just, you know, there was just so much beauty in it. And I think as people, we miss that in people as well. You know, sometimes we miss not just what's on the outside, but what's on the inside of a person. You know, I mean, obviously it was a chair, but again, look at the story behind it. There is a story behind everything we take a picture of. And you know what? That sparked a light in me. You know, I started reading more again last night, and just kind of, you know, immersing myself in the things that bring me joy. And, you know, even baby sibling and I talked this morning, and, you know, she's starting to do things that bring her joy. So it's kind of funny how our lives, in a way, run parallel. I mean, they're very different, but, you know, a lot of the things we go through as far as healing become very parallel to each other. And, you know, it's very interesting. And just really quick, older sibling was asking me if it was the chair at the El Cid. Yes, it was the chair at the El Cid that we took. It was Easter. And we were going to see some friends play. It was a jazz brunch. They had a jazz brunch every Sunday. And, you know, older sibling, just, she really introduced me to this great big world. I mean, talk about having cool best friends, right? You know, it's just, but there were a lot of pictures I took that day, you know, and they may not have meant anything to anybody else, but they meant something to me. So, you know, just remember, I'm going to read this again because I really think it's important that we, you know, we really kind of see with more than just our eyes. We see with more than just, you know, these two little ocular things sitting in eye sockets. You know, we should see with our heart. We should see with our soul, and not just the beauty of the world, but of each other. You know, we should see the best in each other. You know, we can find a million things wrong with each other, but why not find the couple of things that are amazing about us, right? Because eventually you're going to see that level tip, and you're going to start noticing there's a million great things about people and very few things that are irritating. You know, we're all irritating in our own way. I'm sure I am. Well, I know I am. I irritate myself sometimes because I'm magical that way. But, you know, it's just how it goes. So anyways, you often, again, this is from baby sibling Marie Crum. She had a great list today. And I stole this quote from her list. I mean, as I mentioned yesterday, I was going to go in a whole different direction, but we'll save that for tomorrow, for things to think on Thursday. So anyways, you often feel tired, not because you've done too much, but because you've done too little of what sparks a light in you. So remember, when you're feeling blue, when you're feeling down, try to find that spark in your life. Try to find what sets your soul on fire. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like this great, huge bonfire to start. You know, a lot of times I think we shoot ourselves in the foot thinking, okay, I got to go out there and do something amazing. You know what? Picking up a book, doing what I did yesterday. I drove out to, excuse me, I drove out to West Covina, which isn't that far from me. But for people that don't live in Southern California, it's a good 20 miles plus, which isn't that much, except for the fact that on my way home, I noticed the other side of the freeway, super trafficy. I don't even know what happened, but I was lucky because I went straight through. But, you know, it's not like it's around the corner, but I went there just to take some pictures, you know, just to take pictures of mountains. And I got great pictures of a lot of other things, you know, the church on the hill, the statue, the flowers. I mean, you know, and just depending on where you go, there's so many places to take good things. People make fun of me for taking pictures of doors. Okay. Now I know it's like a funny haha making fun of me. And I tell them every time they do, it's like, you know what? I mean, I'm telling you, when I went to England, holy crap, doors galore, and they're amazing because they're so colorful. But there's stories behind those doors. There's stories in front of those doors. you know? So go out there, set your soul on fire, do what brings you joy, do what sparks a light in you. And, you know, even if it's just picking up an old favorite book or watching a favorite movie, do it. You know, we're heading out of this year and into a new one. And it doesn't matter what's happened behind us. Okay, we're going forward. We're moving forward. We might be moving forward with some of the same issues that we've had in this year, but they're going to dissipate too, and we're going to keep moving forward. So as my mother always says, don't look back. You're not going that way. She loved to use that a lot on me. Can't imagine why, because, you know, I live with apparently my eyes turned to the back of my head, and she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It's time to look to the future. It's time to, you know, be in the present. Don't look too far in the future. That can bring anxiety too. But, you know, stay in the present. You know, it's like they say, that's why they call it the gift. So, you know, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for watching. And remember, just go out there and, you know, light a spark in you. Light this joyful spark in you. Have a wonderful day. And baby sibling, thank you for a wonderful quote. I will see everyone tomorrow for a very interesting daily vibe. I don't even know why I said it would be very interesting, but boy, we've got a lot to cover from 2020, don't we? So have a great day, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Happy Wednesday.